Yo, what is up, everybody? This is B87 checking in, and I am back to let you into my Robinhood investment account. Now, today is Monday, November 16th, 2020, and the stock market continues to be on this uphill rally post the 2020 U.S. presidential election. Now, with that said, we got some great news from Moderna, the healthcare stock. It says that they have a vaccine that is 94% effective. And then this comes following last week's announcement from Pfizer that they have a vaccine that's about 90% effective. So with Pfizer last week and Moderna this week, the stock market has reacted in a very, very positive way. Now, what I had planned on doing today was I planned on depositing $1,000, and I wanted to take advantage of some dips. I was anticipating the market was going to drop down a little bit, but as we can see, Moderna, they had other plans for that. So I kind of had to readjust my strategy on depositing that $1,000, and we'll get into that a little bit as we first check out the current value of my portfolio. So again, as I mentioned, I did deposit that $1,000, so that shot the current value up, and we're now at $14,270 as of today. The portfolio has went up $126 for the past week. Portfolio has went up $330. Past month, portfolio has went up $358. Past 3 months, portfolio has went up $861. And for the past year, portfolio up $1,163. Now, that is just the power of investing in the stock market. The more money that you invest in the market, the more potential you have for the gains to go up as you continue to just buy really good quality companies. And again, as I had mentioned, my strategy today was to deposit $1,000 and hope to buy some good companies as they were dipping, but that just was not the case. So I had to change up my entire strategy. And instead, what I decided to do was just work on my current dividend yield. So I just purchased some of the higher yielding dividend stocks that I have in my portfolio. And I definitely, just try to keep in mind my average cost of those. I wanted to keep the average cost as low as possible. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of stocks in my portfolio. I am currently at 40. I'm capping at 40. I'm not buying any new additional holdings. And the reason why I have so many stocks in my portfolio is because I believe that just a very well diverse portfolio, I should be good, no matter what happens. So if one sector is going down, I am banking on the other sector being good. But as you can see, almost everything in my portfolio is green. So I'm pretty happy about that. But again, as I mentioned, I had to readjust my whole strategy on what I was going to be doing with that $1,000 that I had just deposited today. So I did make some purchases, but we'll go ahead and we can get into that now. So the first purchase, as you can see, we did was HTGC, Hercules Capital. I bought 7 shares of Hercules Capital, and I bought that because Hercules Capital has been very good to me thus far. And let's go ahead and check out some of the details of it. So as I mentioned, I did buy 7 new shares of it. So I currently have 80 shares of Hercules Capital. Today's return, I'm up $33 on it. Total return is up $109. And Hercules Capital, per the analyst ratings, it's 100% buy. And as you can see, they have a 10% dividend yield. And Hercules has been very, very good to me. As you can see, I have two pending dividend payments from Hercules. They're coming in today. One in the total of $23. The other, the total of $1.44. So if you do not have Hercules Capital, you really may want to look into them. They're a really good company. They're part of the financial sector, and they just have been tearing it up. Past week, they're up. Past month, they're up. Past 3 months, they're up. Past year, they're down just a little bit. Past 5 years, though, they're up. Very solid company. They've been doing very well. They did just beat their earnings expectations My plan is I want to get to at least 100 shares of Hercules Capital, just because, again, as I mentioned, they've been very good to me. The dividend yield is very nice. So I purchased 7 shares of Hercules Capital today. Let's see, what else did we do? Next up, we got Flowers Food. Flowers Food was another good dividend yielding company. And they were down a little bit today, so they were not above my average cost. So I use that as an opportunity to go ahead and get 4 shares, as you can see, of Flowers Food. So let's go ahead and check out some of the details of Flowers Food. Let's see, we can just scroll on down to it. Where are we at? There we go. So yeah, Flowers Food, as you can see right now, they're at $22. Like I said, I bought 4 shares of it. So I was able to lower my average cost a little bit, so I'm good on that. Total today's return down like 15 cents. Total return, I'm down just $2. I'm not tripping off of that. Like I said, I'm holding Flowers Food for the dividend yield. They have a dividend yield of 3%, which is pretty good. So I definitely want to keep purchasing Flowers Food so I can get that dividend yield. Next up, let's see what we got. Pfizer. Now, Pfizer, as I had mentioned, Pfizer had announced that they had a vaccine that was about 90% effective last week. That was like the first Kickstarter for the market going up. So I figured let's go ahead and let's purchase some more Pfizer. First I purchased about $5 worth of it, and then I did another purchase of about $108 of it. So let's go ahead and check that out. Let's see, where are you at, Pfizer? So I'm now at 10 shares of Pfizer. Average cost is $38. They're currently going for $37, so that's not too much off my average cost of it. Today's return, I'm down $9. Total return is down just $8. But again, as I mentioned, I'm holding it for that dividend yield. I do have a pending dividend that's going to come December the 1st of $2.69. But as I mentioned, I just bought those shares today. So I'm at 10 now. So that means the next one after this December the 1st should be higher. Pfizer has a current dividend yield of 3%, and I plan to keep buying more Pfizer. Let's see. Next up, we have AT&T, old reliable AT&T. I bought 3 shares of AT&T because let's see, as far as my average price of AT&T, that is still down, and then the price of the AT&T is still under my average cost. So I figured let's go ahead and just buy some more AT&T. We all know that they have a really great dividend payout. Let's see. The dividend yield is currently $7. I'm sorry, 7%. And their dividend is very good. Let's see. Fair value of AT&T is $37, so it's still under what the fair value is. And I just purchased that so I can get more, a higher dividend. I have 38 shares of AT&T now, and I believe AT&T, they pay their shareholders 52 cents per share. So just use that as an opportunity to purchase more AT&T. Let's see what we did after that. Let's see. Then let's see. So I had At Home. I did have 6 shares of At Home, but I wasn't really too happy with At Home. So I did have it. I purchased that maybe about 2 weeks ago, but then I decided I didn't want to keep it. So I went ahead and I sold my At Home. As you can see, that was market sale, but I sold that and I purchased Lancadia Holdings. So I purchased 6 shares of Lancadia Holdings. Now, Lancadia is not a dividend paying stock, but I purchased it for its growth potential. Lancadia Holdings, it will be dealing with, as far as like the online gambling, I believe a golden nugget. So that is why I purchased LCA, also known as Lancadia Holdings, because I feel like the potential for Lancadia Holdings to grow is just going to be really good. Like I said, it's going to be dealing with online gambling, And as sports are going to be coming back around, and when people, finally start to get more money in their pocket, I do believe that gambling will go back to being as high as it's always been. It's up today, up for the week, it's up for the past month a little bit, up for the past 3 months, the past year, and up the past 5 years. So that's why I purchased Lancadia Holdings. So that one was a brand new holding that I actually purchased today, but that came at the cost of selling at home. But honestly, I wasn't really tripping off for that. So those are just a few of the moves that I had made today. Again, as I mentioned, my intentions were to actually buy a lot more just stocks and stuff, and just really get into some of my positions that I already hold. But with the market being so green, I just decided to kind of hold off a little bit. Like I said, I just purchased some of my higher dividend yielding stocks that my average cost was either down or it wasn't too much higher above. But other than that, as you can see, everything else is doing great. My Tesla's up over $255. Microsoft up over $190. Apple up over $120. MSM up over $121. My HTGC, Hercules Capital, is up over $107. So just the portfolio is looking very good. I am very happy that, as far as Moderna and Pfizer, they're stepping up to the plate, and they're going to be having a vaccine to fight, as far as this ongoing pandemic. And just lastly, just the stock market, it's definitely a pillar, and it really helps you build wealth. So if you're not investing in the stock market, you really need to be doing that. So with that being said, that concludes the video. Just wanted to show you some of my moves. If you like this video, I want you to go ahead and click that like button. If you're not subscribed to the B Claw 87 channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you're not invested in the stock market using the Robinhood app, I want you to click the link in the description box, download the Robinhood app, create your account. You're going to get your first stock for free, and then you can start investing in the stock market today. And just again, as I mentioned, the market has been doing great. I'm just at this point, I'm starting to really even doubt if we're even going to have any more red days coming up in the future, because like at this point, it just goes to show how the stock market, it has a mind of its own, and it's going to respond just well. Like I said, I had thought that there were going to be red days after the election. That didn't occur. I thought that it would start to cool off this week. It's looking like that's not occurring. Next up, we're going to have Thanksgiving and Christmas. I definitely see people getting out there and buying and shopping and consuming. So I feel like it's going to continue to go up. And then once we do finally get a stimulus check approved, whether it's December or even early 2021, I just see the stock market continuing to shoot up. Now, I could be wrong, but just again, laying out all of those things, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, potential another stimulus, we got these vaccines, I don't see the market dipping down any more red days or so. So I'm definitely just going to have to be strategic on what I'm going to do with the $600 buying power that I have. But you better believe I will continue to invest in some good stocks. And I just want to keep building up my positions and building up, my dividend payments. So yeah, again, thank you for watching the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Like it, subscribe to the page, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace.